kids.
Yeah.
Have a little bit of fun. All right, guys, we're back. Welcome to the Ready, Set, Blow podcast. This will be roughly episode 153, 4.
Okay.
I'm thinking.
I think we're just choosing.
Roughly.
Well, so these are all pre-recorded. So we're recording a bunch before I get on the road.
You shouldn't tell your listeners.
They know. They know. They've been known. We've done this every time now for the last 6 guests we've had.
All right.
But that third voice you're hearing, folks, is none other than Hanna Evensen, the newest Boston comic to come on the scene. I had the luxury. Is that weird?
Did you like that intro?
Is that weird? We can do it over.
No,
all right, guys, welcome.
I love that. I'm the newest.
Well, dude, you've been here for what, a week?
Basically, yeah.
So that makes you new.
Yeah.
I don't know if it makes you a Boston comic though.
I'm a comic in Boston.
Yeah, but
what else does it
I
take?
feel like, I don't know, Chase. What do you think? I feel like Boston comic refers to guys and girls who started here.
Yes, the answer is no, she's not.
Like, even though I'm a New Yorker, I would be a Boston comic because I started here.
Exactly.
So what am I? I'm a Boston-based comic.
Boston-based comic. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, I'm going to be an LA-based comedian. I'm not a LA comedian.
Right. But yeah. So thank you for coming.
You're so welcome.
And sharing your time with us on this episode here. I apologize. I mean, I this is before we get into anything about you and what you're into, if you have a boyfriend, or not, whatever. Yeah.
Only the grossest of
35 seconds in, Chase, you're like, all right, before we get into your boyfriend and your sex life.
Yeah. Whatever you do in the bedroom.
Yeah, let's
get to politics.
Let's just get to to stuff that people don't really care about. So, so you're at this is my casa. This is called Coco's Palace. I just want to let you know. Yeah.
It's quite a shithole.
Yeah. No, that's fine, Randy. That's fine. I accept that.
That's fine.
It is a shithole. However, it's my shithole.
Right.
And the one thing about shitholes is that it only can be yours.
Right. You don't want to be in someone else's shit ever.
That's right. So
that's a bad situation.
Yeah. So thank you for coming.
But if you're in your own shit, my God, no place I'd rather be.
Well, at that point, yeah. How can you be in your own? That's a good point. You got me stumped. Wow, she's good, Randy. She's
already playing mental tennis here.
She's good. No, but thank you for doing it. So you are, so Randy knew you from before because I guess he spent some time in San Francisco, right?
Yeah. So I had what was that? October, December, November?
Must have been September.
Okay. Shit, it's almost a year ago.
Yeah.
Holy
right?
fuck.
I think it was. Yeah.
Not a month or so. Yeah.
So it was last September. We did. I won't name the club. We did a club in the Bay Area.
South Bay. Yeah, south
of San Jose area, I guess.
Yep.
Did you guys do something at the club that you can't mention the club's name?
No.
Nasty things. Dirty, nasty things.
No.
What else am I here for? What do you need me for?
No, I was right. Well, fine. It's Rooster T. Feathers. It's a famous club out there. Sunnyvale, California. And I was out there doing time with Jeff, and Hannah was the host of the show.
Oh, you hosted the show?
Yes. All weekend, we're hanging out. I thought Hannah was very funny. And then she happened to be moving over here to finish up law school. And she texted me, I don't know, like 3 months ago, said, I'll be moving out there. I'm like, all right, yes, let me know.
Right.
And then last week, we were at Capo, last Monday, and Hannah turned up Taylor and Trishan to the club. I was like, hey, what are you doing here? She's like, hey, what are you doing here? I'm like, I fucking live here now.
I was like, what the hell? Get out of here. I got mad,
Like a true Bostonian.
Yeah.
Does.
Well, no, like a true Boston-based
comedian.
Oh, well.
Good callback. Look at that. Professional.
We're gonna grandfather you into it very, very slowly but surely. So you guys, that's cool.
I had a fun weekend up in Sunnyvale. I had a bunch of my crew come out.
Well, how about Hannah?
Yeah.
Hannah had a great time. Hannah only hung out one night though. She fucking got so hammered she like Irish goodbye and just fucking ran out of the bar.
I Irish goodbye. You know what that's like when...
What's an Irish goodbye?
When you don't say goodbye to anyone and you just leave.
Yeah, you just get drunk and leave.
I thought that was just...
Goodbye.
Like
that in my world. Yeah, you know me.
No,
when I'm ready to go, I go.
Irish goodbye. I always. Because you don't want to... Once you start with one, everyone's like, no, don't go.
You see, that's what Chase doesn't get. Chase is the master of... I was like, I'm going to say goodbye, we're going to leave. That's 25 to 30 minutes with Chase.
Right.
Because he has to do his rounds.
Right.
And every person's like, I'll see you later, and gives him a dap and then walks. No, it's a 4 to 5 minute conversation with each individual before he walks out. I'm like, oh, this motherfucker's like, yeah, we're about to leave means, all right, having one more drink because it's going to take me 30 minutes to get around this shit. Whereas he knows me. When I go, I just fucking walk. Right. There's no warning. It's like, all right, time to go. Grab my bag and walk.
And walk away. Maybe I got to work on that.
Well, no, maybe that's why you're like popular and beloved.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, people are always like, Hannah, you're rude as fuck. I just leave.
Or it could be a sign of mystery, which probably gives more people interest to see what you're about.
I think it makes me look like an asshole personally. I don't know about you, Hannah, but I was just like a jerk off for walking away like that. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, usually I tell people, I'm like, I'm going to the bathroom.
Oh, you actually say I'm going to the bathroom, then bolt?
I'll tell one person. I'll be like, I'm just stepping outside, and I'm gone.
Versus just saying, hey, I'm out, I'm leaving.
I might, if I trust one person and they know my style, I'll tell that one person. I'll be like, I'm going.
So Hannah didn't trust me. She just fucking ran out of the bar.
I was, at that point, that was no longer an Irish goodbye. That was like a, God help me.
Oh, really? Well, yeah, how Jeff does. It was a lot of Jameson meats. It was a lot. We got trashed.
Suddenly I just I was like, where am I? Who am I? You know what I mean?
Oh, who are you? No, that's a different level of drunk.
It was a whole different level. I was like, I don't even know if this is my face.
Because I don't even think of you as a drinker like that. Like, you're not like that big of a... I mean, we got fucked up that whole weekend because we were having my friends were in town and Jeff, Jeff was like, this place is weird, let's get fucked up.
Yeah.
And you were cool out of that one night, but like we were clearly drinking heavily before, during, and after the show, and you're like, what the fuck is going on with these guys?
Yeah, I can drink, but I can't do like 5 shots in 5 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Jeff was.
I tried.
Right, you attempted. Right.
I attempted.
Right.
It was a swing and a miss for me.
How did you perform? Like, were you drunk while you were performing? But you still like.
No, this was after. We went out afterward, and I was like, oh, this is fun. Yeah, I was like, oh, I can keep up with them. No problems. Problems. I'll tell you.
Especially with this guy.
Huge problems, and his buddy. Yeah, huge problems.
Well, Jeff, he's a partier for sure. He can go for a long time.
Yeah,
and if you don't eat, he's.
I could go for half an hour. I was like half an hour in, I was like, I don't know what's happening.
Right.
Yeah, like I remember I was having a conversation, and then someone repeated what I said. They're like, oh, you said da-da-da? And I was like, I have no recollection. And I had just said it.
Freaked you out?
Yeah, I was like, okay. This probably isn't good.
So how many weeks have you been in Boston? 2 weeks?
Let's see. It's been like 3.
Okay, first impressions? Because I'm on my way out. You're on your way in. So let's hear it.
I went here for my undergraduate education.
Really? I thought you went to Berkeley.
No, I'm at Berkeley. I was at Berkeley Law School. I went to Harvard for my undergrad.
Oh, okay. I thought I had it reversed. Okay, gotcha.
No.
Okay. Oh, so this isn't your first impression. This is your second impression.
Well, I like at Harvard, you're kind of in like your own little bubble of like Cambridge and other Harvard kids. So like this is the first time I've like lived in Boston.
Okay. So you went to Harvard.
Yes.
I didn't mean to touch your arm.
But you're still doing
it.
Did.
But I'm still on it.
I didn't even touch your arm as I leave it on you.
It's totally fine. Okay. This is your shithole, your prerogative.
Okay. I stopped. I was like, oh, I made a mistake, but I like my hand. I was like, it's aloe vera. It feels like aloe vera. It's like it's smooth.
Thank you. I don't even moisturize.
This is not a podcast about this. We don't touch on the podcast, but we don't.
It's on tape, so I think we know we do.
Yeah, we do actually do. Hey, wait, make sure you edit that last part.
You got it. So, Mark, 9 minutes. Gotcha.
So you went to Harvard. That's interesting. So where are you originally from though? Like where are you like from? Like grew up?
I grew up in California.
You grew up in California.
I am Swedish. I'm a dual citizen.
I fucking knew it.
Well, because I told you.
Aside from that,
it's fucking changed.
Because you got like a Swedish woman.
Because I'm blonde.
A Swedish name?
Like Swedish women have that vibe, son. Like they got that The
vibe. What vibe are you talking about? Let's be explicit.
I know a Swedish girl. Like I know her in the
biblical sense.
No,
deflowered.
No, she's a nice girl, but I bet she is. Most Swedish, like from my experience with the Euros. Right? With the
Europeans, or like as in the currency?
He said that the way some white people say black folks.
With
the blacks. It's like, whoa.
Euro is a currency, so that's money.
Right.
So I don't know.
Well, I didn't know. I went to a lesser college than Harvard. So I don't know about...
I've heard of it.
Yeah. So it is called Lesser College, by the way.
Lesser?
Lesser University.
Lesser University.
At least they know themselves.
The thing is, like, I know, like, with Swedish women, it's like, or Swedish people, especially, it's like they're very, they're kind of, like, reserved. Like, they're not...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, very reserved.
Are they?
They're always...
Yeah,
they're always,
they're known for being very cold and standoffish,
Yeah.
but once you get to know them, boom, you're in.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like, you just
anal.
have to put in
That's
that
what that means.
anal straight away. Yeah.
Yeah, you are right.
Yeah. No, they're known for, they don't do we're not, like, Southern Europeans are, like, you know, like the Italians or the Greeks.
They have more flavor.
They're warm and open, and they'll just, like, they're uninhibited. Swedes are, like, maybe because it's just...
Those Scandinavian
Yeah, a little
countries.
bit, like, you know,
Right.
standoffish.
Straight to the point, like, kind of like, okay.
You know what's it's true, dude.
So
Because I went to Iceland. I've never been to Sweden or Finland, but I've been to Iceland.
Iceland's the same.
And I know, and I wrote jokes about just that. It's like they're very efficient. I thought they were very efficient people. Very
Fishy people.
No, efficient. Like, they're very efficient too.
Yeah.
But like there was no, it was all like ABC. You know, like you think about IKEA furniture, like it's just fucking you know parts and screw. Like everything's has order.
Parts to screw. They're like, here's the part to screw.
Yeah, it's like what the fuck is going on? I remember there was no bath, there was no closets or like dressers and shit like in the hotel rooms. It was just like,
all right, well that's weird.
Where do you put your shit? I mean, you put your shit on the floor. One place I stayed had the fucking dude. I told you about this. I don't know if I did. I stayed in a place in Iceland. The bathroom was the shower and the toilet. Like you open the bathroom door, it's tiled floor. There's a shower head that just goes like right onto the sink and the drain on the floor, and the toilet was right there. Like you literally can shit, wash your hands, and shower all at the same time.
So that's not Swedish. That's totally fucked up.
Right. That's not normal.
Right.
Okay.
No, that's
Right.
maybe only your room, frankly.
Right.
That's weird.
That's only the Euro place that I've mentioned before.
The Euro place.
Euro. See, that's Euro. Yeah.
Very Swedish. That's a Swedish from California. So Northern Cal, Southern Cal, like original. Northern Cal. Okay, so you are originally from that area. Then you came here for undergrad. Then you went back to California. When did you start? When did you start doing stand up after? Was it during undergrad? After college? When did you start doing stand up?
So Randy and I were just talking about this. We started the same time. I started after I graduated college. Randy was like 45 at that point.
I know, yes.
Yeah.
We started the same actual date and time. Not time in our lives.
Right.
So she started, August 2016. I started September 2016.
Yep, 2016.
So she's a puppy in the game, as it were.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So 3 years ago. 3 years ago. Okay. Yeah. You like it? How's it going for you?
It's going well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck that.
All right.
Sweet. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
Trying to get a vibe on her. See, that's a Swedish thing right now. She's giving you the cold shoulder, son.
No.
You gotta crack that. Maybe you gotta touch her again. Maybe that.
No.
Maybe putting your paws on her will help.
No.
That part's over.
No. Just too early.
That segment is concluded.
No, it'll happen. Just it's too early. It's only 13 minutes in.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, our podcast, a lot of things can happen.
So obviously you went to Harvard, all fancy school and whatnot. Why are you doing this shit?
It's not that fancy.
It's not that fancy.
I live down the street. I've seen it all the time.
Yeah.
Sorry, I mean, sorry.
It's not fancy.
He's, you know the guys who clean up and do complex physics problems on the chalkboard. That's Chase.
You're Will Hunting?
I'm
just a janitor.
You ever the art, ninjutsu?
Heard of it?
The art of ninjutsu.
Yeah. Ninjutsu
is the art of not being present in front of people. So it's like you can just invisibility.
Yeah.
So I'm very good at disappearing.
Okay.
But leaving people with clues.
So far, I have no clues.
Something fucking Where's Waldo? The black Where's Waldo.
How is this related?
Related. So if there's a problem, I come in. People don't know I'm there.
He solves it.
I solve it.
Okay.
And then I disappear like a ninja.
So you do this at Harvard or?
Yeah, wherever there's like free breakfast in the morning, I'll just like.
Oh yeah, there's free breakfast there.
I know,
but I don't see how that's
at Harvard. There's free breakfast?
No, there's not. But you can easily go into a lot of the dining halls.
No, but if you go on Brattle Street, you can go right there. It's like a little cafe.
Comics, take note. If you want free meals, Brattle Street. There's a.
You have to look like plausibly a steer.
Comics look like homeless people, so they look like
Do you think I
steers.
just walk in looking like a savage? I bought a Harvard T-shirt. I still have the Harvard T-shirt.
He's got it covered.
I still wear a do-rag though, because I
Yeah.
still got to stay connected to my black community.
Right. You don't want to, you
Yeah,
know.
he doesn't want to be a race trader.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
But I go in and I just do my thing. No, that's impressive. That's impressive. The Harvard experience, how was that? How did you like it?
I had a good time.
Yeah.
I did. I was worried going in because all the stereotypes,
Why?
like everyone's a snob. I thought,
Why? I mean, obviously you got to
She's
accept it.
explaining.
yeah, but I was like, everyone else going to be really rich, like snobby person who, like, all the stereotypes. I'm like, I must just be like the one fluke, you know, like a lot of people think that, I think, where it's just like, oh, I just slipped it. How you doing there?
He's just having a
No, metacarpal syndrome.
it's a minor stroke. He's black. But
Gotcha. And, but it wasn't like I met a lot of people or like made a lot of friends who were more similar to me, more like very down to earth. Like there definitely are the people who fulfill all the stereotypes, like social net weird is like, oh God, like.
But we were talking about this earlier. It's first impressions. It's your preconceived. I mean, it is a prejudice in a weird way. Your preconceived notion of what you thought a Harvard student was.
Yeah.
Was coloring your actual experience of meeting these people. Just like we were talking about earlier before the start of the podcast about, you know, starting out in comedy, people judge you like everything else. Your first impression, you walk in, they see your face.
Yeah.
They see, oh, Chase, a big black guy, he must be this type of person.
Oh, you know
Randy's
what?
this way, oh, he must be that. Hat is, you know, Swedish girl, she must be that way. They
Hold on.
assume.
Wait for a second.
Yeah.
You just said a really nice thing.
What's that?
I appreciate you, man. You said, Chase, big black guy. You put big in front of my name. You think I'm big? I like that, man. I
I
appreciate
think the
that.
whole world thinks you're a big black guy.
All right, cool.
Probably.
I thought it was in form of like, more of like an image. I think, but he's thinking. Are you thinking more of like a fatness to it?
No, what do you mean like a
I think he's probably thinking genitalia, right? Or
obviously genitalia.
yeah.
Okay, just wanted to clarify. Go ahead,
Right.
proceed.
I mean, it's mostly white geeks in comedy, so they must think,
Yeah.
you know, here's some
Like
Chase with
that
his big black
guy's-
dick scaring us
yeah.
all, casting a shadow over the room.
Okay.
Right, that's what I
What did
thought.
you think this was? You
Right.
know?
I don't know.
Your balls alone weigh more than all of me. You know?
Obviously.
I never heard. That's never been categorized as big.
No, but it's one of those things. We were talking about that, like the first impression. Like there's a first impression, but then there's also your preconceived notion of what this type of like the archetype. Like, oh, you go to Harvard, you must be some preppy rich fuck.
Yeah.
You know, oh, you look like this, you must be that way. You're from here, you must be that way. And we all do it, you know. But it's being able to sort of, while you're doing it, stop yourself and say, wait a minute, all right, that's what I think. Let me take a beat and see how they actually are. You know, that's the important thing. You can't stop the way human nature is to size up a situation. I mean, that's how all animals do in any new situation, right? They try to figure out what's going on in the room, what's going on around them, what's going on out in nature, and make their best informed judgment. But if you take a second to think as a higher minded person, you're like, all right, wait a minute, let me put that aside for a second and see if that's what's really going on and give them a chance.
What was your-
Sometimes you're right.
Yes,
It is
a lot of
what's
times,
going on.
that's why prejudices exist, because a lot of times you are right.
Yeah.
But what I've learned is that by doing that, you limit yourself to new things by adhering just to that. You know.
What did you think about when you went to Brown? What did you think? Like, what was your preconceived notion about Brown?
I
Because you didn't grow
I
up-
thought they were all going to be weak.
You didn't grow up. You didn't grow up. You didn't.
No, I'm serious. I thought these motherfuckers don't know what. Like I'm gonna get over on them, and I did in some way. I got over on the university, but not on the students. Because I agree with you. I was surprised by. I thought I was like, me against them. Like fuck these people. They're gonna think I'm this or that. But they were much more welcoming than I thought. Much more welcoming than the kids I grew up with. Because I wasn't Latin enough because I was half white or whatever growing up in the neighborhood I grew up in. So I felt like I got less acceptance from people at home and even people especially on my father's side of the family, when I went to school, than I got from kids at school who were like, oh, I thought they were going to be, judgmental of me, but they were much more welcoming and open than I was surprised, which sounds like similar to you.
Right, yeah, they're in the same places as you are, or as I was.
And where their family's
You don't
from is one
realize that.
thing, but it doesn't inform who they are entirely.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't know your They didn't know your background though, because at face value.
But they could see me walking in. I was, I was different. I was a kid from the street. I mean, I talked differently. I was built differently. I walked around differently.
Yeah. Attitude.
Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah, the way, especially the way I speak. Like, what the fuck? Like, you just talk like that?
Right.
Yeah, I say what's on my mind. Like, I don't know how you guys talk. Like, you beat around the bush, and in New York, you get fucking smacked. People.
Oh yeah.
Like, people tell you right away if they like you or don't like you, how they feel, what's going on, because they don't have time for bullshit.
No time.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
there's no blowing smoke up your ass, but But I was pleasantly surprised when I got there. I was like, oh no, they were actually like super interested in who I was, my background. They thought it was entertaining, interesting, different.
Right.
You know, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if your experience was similar, but
She just killed people.
Walked around murdering.
Yeah.
So you went back to, so you left here, went back to California, and you stayed there, and you did stand up 3 years ago.
I actually, from college, I lived in New York a little bit. That's where I started doing stand-up, which is like a horrible place.
What year
to
was
start.
this?
This was 2016.
Oh, okay.
So I started there. So I did
How long were you there?
half a year.
Okay.
And then I moved to Europe, and that's where I like really built a set. That's where I got, like, you know how basketball players, they like go abroad to go pro and then they come back. That's what I recommend to all comedians when they do, because it's like, you don't really, like, it wasn't like this 5 years ago, or I don't know, 10 years ago, but now in Europe, in like a lot of major cities, there's a huge demand for English comedy, for
Really?
English stand-up.
Could you hook me up with some spots over there? I'd love to go.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
If you go to Vienna, Berlin, even Stockholm, I did stand-up in Stockholm, you can do, like when I left Vienna, I was doing 45 minutes.
Yeah,
Because
that
they
much
don't
time.
know.
Look at you.
Yeah, they don't know, they're just like, English comedy will come, and you can pack the place out because they're just like, comedy, they don't know names, they don't know. And it's an amazing time because you just like get incredible stage time with real audiences.
I got 45 fucking minutes. I don't know if I got 45 minutes now.
45? No.
Hell no.
No way.
Hell no.
I don't mean to say it like that, but
I can be up there 40 minutes. No,
I'm just being honest.
I know.
I don't have 45 minutes, and that's not, no, it's fucking tough. It's like, to talk for 45 minutes, fucking like, to transition into shit, like, don't even fucking get me started. I'm already nervous already. I'm already getting nervous about my fucking...
Right, because you're headlining, aren't you?
Yeah, like in a
Mixed
month.
comedy style?
How long are you doing?
I don't know. Probably do, maybe a good...
Probably do
17 and a half minutes.
I'll do a tight 10.
As long as it's tight.
As long as it's tight,
Yeah. It'll be good 10 though. It'll be a real killer,
Right. They don't
killer
care
10.
if it's only 10, if it's tight.
It'll be a killer 10.
Yeah. No, I'm probably, I don't know, maybe, 40.
Impressive.
Yeah, I mean, just got to do it.
How good were those 45 minutes you had over there?
Not good.
Okay.
Not good at all.
It was good enough for Vienna.
It was good enough for Vienna. They were eating it up, and then I moved back here.
That's what I'm saying.
And I had to cut it down to like, I from those 45, I probably have like 20 that I still use. Now I have like new material that works in the U.S.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I mean, you always have to like kind of adapt to wherever you are and what they like, you don't like here, and
Yeah, that's one of the first things I learned actually being able to leave the city, thanks to Jeff's fucking generosity, is how to be universally funny, how much of that shit, this like, all this regional shit or references, like,
right.
I'm referencing Puerto Ricans. There's no Puerto Ricans in fucking New Mexico, so you got to dump all that shit. Like, there's all, my fucking 10 turned into 3 when I first went on the road.
Yeah.
Jeff's like, oh shit, I got to start over again.
Yeah, and you realize how much people appreciate it when you like show or acknowledge that like who they are, or you do something to relate to who they are. Like it help if you start your set with even like 5-10 minutes of like local stuff or things that's like they're like, oh, we totally get this, like this is you can get away with a lot more just because they're like she's on the same, like we're on the same level, she gets it. Like when I did stand up in Stockholm, I would always do like a ton of Swedish, like I would kind of like do a lot of stuff in Swedish, put some language in, like do really like Swedish kind of humor.
Yeah.
Just because then they're like on board,
Yeah, I feel like a lot of audiences, like when they listen, like it's like, hey, like we're here to see comedy, but but if they're seeing like, they kind of like want to know about the person as well. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, like, so I don't know. It's like, hey, well, where's this person from? How do they think? And what experience have they gone through? And I think everybody's experiences are kind of like similar, no matter like where country you're from.
There's certain universal experiences that we all have, right? That's why that's why I'm talking about relationships, talking about your kids, talking about traveling, all these things that everybody does. Always, that's why airplane jokes still fucking fly, because everyone still flies on airplanes. You know, like as hacky as that premise is, you can still make a new airplane joke because people are still getting on airplanes.
Yeah.
It's not like you're talking about riding a fucking horse and buggy. This shit doesn't relate anymore.
Yeah.
Right. Like so many people can do the this is men and this is women thing.
Oh,
because every country has men and women.
They do. And some of them have both.
Some of them.
Some.
Like
not
both,
Sweden.
like yeah.
Oh, like lady boys? You talking about like Thailand or some shit?
Use your imagination. I don't know. Like, you're not gonna catch me in that fucking question. I'm not gonna answer that.
That was a trap. That was a trap.
If I'm gonna get blown by a guy, I didn't know it.
I'm media trained.
He didn't tell me.
It's like, it's like, you're not gonna catch me in that, Randy. I know. What was I saying? How long do you want to stay here? And like, are you gonna stay here for a while? Are you gonna like? What's your?
We will see.
Yeah.
I don't like to make too many plans because they fall through.
Is that all right?
Are you like a nomad? Like I'm not.
I'm a nomad.
Might you just kind of go like right now? You're here, and it's like okay, I'm gonna just maximize whatever time I have here, and then figure it out.
Yeah, I just want to like stay open because you never know, like something comes up or you like try that, you just never know where the wind will blow you.
See, that's very open of you. It took me fucking 36 years to get used to all right, you know, what happens next you really don't know, so just give it a shot. Yeah. I didn't do that shit until I started doing this fucking profession. Mm-hmm. I mean, I was really hung up on the whole, like, you gotta, you know, it's the steps. You do this, then you do that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you go from, you know, high school to college to a job to a woman to a, you know, woman to a family to dying. You know, like it was like, and that was the way things worked. Mm. And you're right. I mean, even that, you know, that's why fucking 60% of people are divorced. So it's like even that's not guaranteed. So I don't know. It's actually a horrible bet. So.
Well, a lot of them are probably divorced because they're not happy, in my opinion. Like,
of course, yeah. But that's the thing. Like you do things and you think they're going to be one way, and then you realize like, oh, it's not really. Right. It's not all it's cracked up to be.
Yeah. You know? Are you married? And are you married?
Hannah's a young lady. She's in school. She's not married.
You never know. She's
not yet, you know. Right? Am I right? No, you're not married.
I'm not married. Okay. No.
I thought
there was like a strong back and forth. They were like, what?
Yeah, I was like, wait,
I'm just asking.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
You looked at your own hand to make sure.
Never know.
See, I always ask what hand it is. Do you know what hand it is, Chase?
It's the left hand.
Well, you ruined it. I was going to ask him before you said it.
Sorry.
I was going to say left hand.
Oh shit! I ask every time because I'm fucking retarded.
Right.
But is it like you put it on the right hand when you're engaged and then you switch?
No, you put it on the same hand.
Oh really?
Yeah, I know that the wedding ring goes over the engagement ring. You know that I know.
Oh, so I think in Sweden you put it on the right hand.
Okay, I've seen that before. I've heard that before. I also thought
I just put the ring on my dick.
I also thought,
and that's fine.
I also thought that when a woman has a band on the ring, this is recent. You actually told me.
Oh yeah, Chase. Listen to this.
Wait. Okay.
You know what? You say it, Randy.
Yeah. So
and I'll intervene if it's wrong, but it won't be wrong because he'll get it right.
So Chase saw a woman.
I did.
Or where they had a wedding band on.
It was a cop.
It was a cop, a female cop.
Yeah.
Okay. She was attractive. She's like, oh, I don't want to hit on her, but she was. But I think she was married, and but I don't know, man, because it didn't have a diamond on it. I'm like, what are you talking about? She just had like a gold band on. And I'm like, yeah, that's her wedding ring. It's like, but there was no diamonds on it. I think she was single. I'm like, no, Chase. The diamond is the engagement ring. The wedding band is just a band. It doesn't always have a diamond on it.
Well, he got it about 80% right.
Okay.
So that is true. So the only part that I fuck up, I thought that she was gay.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's right.
That's right. She's like, oh, she didn't have a diamond on it, so she must be gay. Because that's just a wedding band.
Because
so you think like
I thought so what I
he thought only straight chicks get diamond rings and gay chicks get the wedding band.
That
I thought
would be a weird twist.
She had every time that I thought that a woman wore just a band, I thought they were like gay.
Right.
Like they were like the man of the relationship, like gay. Like
so every straight woman out there with a wedding band, Chase thought was a lesbian.
Because I
thought they were like, you guys can get married, fine, but
God,
you
like
can't wear diamonds.
Half these chicks are lesbians out here. What the fuck's going on?
Yeah, because I would like if I see, I'll be like, oh, she's like the man, like not the man relationship, but she's like the, she's like she's the
man of the relationship.
She's like and it was like no, like that's not.
How cute is that?
That's not.
Yeah,
I was like, okay. I was like, I made a mistake. I'm sorry.
I made a mistake. You don't swing my way. Yeah.
I did. And
that's fine. But a lot of people, they wear like the band and the diamond.
That's
right?
the thing. Yeah, you wear, and I think the band goes over the diamond after you get married. So like you wear it like on top. Apparently, it's what I've been told.
There's so much stuff.
I called it off.
Did you do it? What the fuck?
No, I put the engagement ring on. She kept, which I told her to keep.
She kept the ring?
Of course, I told her to keep it.
You told her to keep the ring?
Yeah,
because
whatever made it easy to end this thing as soon as possible.
Because you
she was out within 10 days. Like she was out of the apartment. It was. I paid a hefty cash price, but the breakup was very, very easy. Thank God.
Okay.
And it all worked out. Don't worry, Hannah. She's married with kids. She got everything she wanted, and it wasn't me.
Oh, good. Yeah, I was so concerned about the stranger.
It worked out for her.
I know. I don't want you to think I'm an animal. Yeah.
He's still work in progress.
I think you did her a favor.
I'm broken, and it's going to stay that way. I'm just used to it. It's like, all right, well.
Do you see? I mean, you probably don't. I mean, do you think about that stuff when, like, do you want to get, it's like, is that something? I'm sure, like, most women.
Yeah, that's been a half an hour. We get into your dating life.
That's
just what we want.
No, like it's part of her. Like, I want to know.
In Sweden, it's like no one really ever gets married. Like, all my cousins just went straight to having kids. Like,
really, they don't do marriage in Sweden.
They don't really. It's on the decline for sure. Like, some people do it, but it's not.
I'm in the wrong country.
Yeah, they're just like it's no, like. Marriage in the U.S. confuses me. So, like, all the people are always like, oh, I have to go to the bridal shower and the reception, and like there's so many steps,
so much,
and so much money involved. It blows my mind. I'm like, you can't be putting down this amount of money for like one day. You know what I mean? Like that. I get you want to have a party with like everyone you love in one place.
Well, for $60,000?
For $60,000, no. Exactly. You can have a party and be like, everyone bring your own food.
Yeah, for a year's salary? I don't know.
No, that's insane.
Yeah, I think this country does get away from the fact they put like a price with marriage.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's
a whole industry.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think it's a total industry. Right? Yeah. There are companies like David's Bridal that only sells dresses that makes literally hundreds of millions of dollars a year selling overpriced dresses that women only wear for one day. I mean, can you think if people want to get serious about the environment, to have a bunch of poor Chinese kids weave your silk dress, ship it over here, and then you to put in your closet after wearing it for 3 hours and never touch it again. I mean, that's pretty fucking wasteful. It's worse than water bottles. You know what I mean? Like how many Asian women have to die? At a knitting wheel, fixing your fucking dress, your Vera Wang dress, and it comes over here and you wear it for an afternoon, and that's the end of it.
Well, if they're dying while they're making a dress, I think honestly they're probably not good at their job.
Right.
Oh, come on, Chase. It's slave labor in China.
Is it slave? I don't know.
I mean, they're paying them a slave wage.
I know. I don't know what's going on. I think I'm not married. I'm not getting married. I don't know.
It does seem like a racket. It's a total racket. They overcharge on everything. Dude, like a cake costs like 1/3 the prices of wedding cake just because it's a wedding cake? I'm telling you something. Dude, cakes will cost like $1,200 for a fucking cake.
Get a normal cake.
What would be
buy some frosting.
Yeah.
Happy wedding.
What would be your normal cake? What's your cake of choice?
Ooh, so I'm actually.
Let's do your mock wedding. What would your your ideal mock wedding? Let's do that. We haven't done that in the podcast yet.
Interesting. I'm actually not a big cake person. I love ice cream.
See?
So it'd be
a girl
an ice cream
after my
cake.
own heart. There we go.
Flavor?
It would be. I mean, with ice cream cakes, you have to consider other people's feelings and opinions.
What do you want?
Fine. I guess I would like to go like. I think because I know cookies and cream is such a normal ice cream cake flavor.
Chase looked at me right away. That's Chase's favorite.
Oh, is that your favorite?
You know it is.
I guess we're getting married.
You know it is.
I guess the deal is sealed.
You know it is.
Cookies and cream.
He's like, what does this mean? Yeah, that definitely says a lot. That definitely is unavoidable proof of our attraction.
It's a good flavor.
So big wedding, small wedding, what are we talking about here? 200 people, 20 people, what are we talking about? Destination wedding or here in the US?
I didn't even agree to a wedding yet.
Well, Well, in your fantasy. Do you have that fantasy? Because women do have that, like, marriage fantasy.
No,
that
I
wedding
don't.
fantasy. You didn't?
No.
Okay, so you're a lesbian. So what's that like, being a closet lesbian?
No, I guess, when you... Because I go to other people's weddings a lot, and I think about oh my god, I would not want that. Yeah. I would not want that. That's all you go to weddings for.
So 25. So you go to a lot of. You're just starting to go to a lot of weddings. You're coming into 25 to 35. You go to 2 a year for the rest of fucking 10 years.
Family and stuff.
Okay.
Who doesn't get married? But I've been to a number of weddings, and what I like to do is just tear them apart.
Of course.
Right.
People watching.
And eat their food.
People judging.
Yeah. So I know what I don't want. I don't want a ceremony.
There you go.
Really?
No, because that's boring. Everyone hates that. That's boring.
So you're not a Jesus freak? You're not like...
I am not a Jesus freak, and not even, frankly, I support the guy. You know what I mean?
Good guy. You're not religious.
Guy.
You're not
I'm not religious.
You don't like a big ceremony. Okay. No. So none of that. No ceremony?
No ceremony. No.
Do you want the reception, though? You want like a destination wedding? Or you want like
I
big
would
30,
want just like a party.
100 people, 200 people, big party, small party? What are we talking about here? Let's get into it.
It's hard because I don't want to pay enormous amounts of money, but
Well,
I do want everyone
Traditionally.
No, I want... Proceed, Hannah.
Okay.
I thought and then I forgot, and I just stopped in the middle, and then I thought I smoked, but I didn't smoke. So
we'll get into that right now.
Go ahead, though.
Thanks for reminding me.
No, I wanted you to talk because he was talking over me, but then I had something in my mind, but then I forgot. Then I thought I smoked weed, but I didn't. Then you said cookies and cream. I'm like, oh shit, now we're getting funky. So I figured to answer. I don't know what I'm saying. Let me just sit back here.
Big or small? We're talking about a I've never. I haven't thought about this until this
That's
moment.
the answer. Don't want to pressure you to answer the fucking question.
Why are you guys trying to get me hit?
I'm not trying to do nothing. He's fucking asking you.
There lies the comedy. I want to see this fictional wedding that you don't want to have. What it's like.
I don't think she's thought about it.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
I feel like that's
obvious.
obvious.
Yeah, I think she. Yeah, that's.
I think there'd have to be some kind of a weird, fun element. You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be fire.
Oh, you want
animals.
You want like an extravagant, like a okay. Right.
No, but like a ad hoc, like a just is this a bonfire? Or is this getting out of control? You know what I mean?
Here come the elephants.
That's exactly what elephants are my favorite animal. There has to be an elephant.
Really?
I think like an elephant stampede where his side of the family does not survive. My side of the family survives. His side does not.
Do you not like his side of the family?
No, they're fine people. I just want some drama.
And you'd rather be his side than yours.
Right. I care about. I'm not a monster. I'm not a monster.
I'm okay with my relatives.
Yeah.
Got it.
What about your dream wedding, Chase?
Chase, because obviously I called mine off.
Yeah. We know your dream.
It wasn't mine, it was her dream.
Yeah. My dream... The question is exactly what about the wedding? Well, what's the question exactly?
What would your wedding be like? Your dream wedding?
My dream wedding would be like this. If I had it any other way, it would be...
Any other way? Then what? Then what way?
Or any way.
Okay. Gotcha.
It would be...
The way that it went down, because that sucked.
The last one I had really blew up in my face. It's like, Chase, you were married? Podcast we done it for the first time.
Exactly.
Blew up in my face. Marriage fell apart upon the wedding.
If I had it any way...
Yes.
I would have it between me and a woman.
All right. You're already setting some strong boundaries here.
Preferable. Mm-hmm. Or maybe a very attractive white man. Who knows?
Who knows?
It would be on a beach.
A bitch?
the weed caught my head.
With a bitch on a bitch. Yeah.
She's like, who's this? Don't worry about it.
on a beach.
Yeah.
On a beach. Sorry, on a beach. On a beach.
I'm now knowing my dream wedding. Now that you're talking, it's coming to me.
Right.
It's definitely on a beach.
It's on a beach. Not a lot of people. Not a lot of people. For the wedding. For the actual, like the wedding ceremony. Like
gotcha.
I guess when the priest says, yeah, you're fucking together and shit.
You're together.
So you're together and
That's exactly how I want mine to be. You motherfuckers are married. You're married and shit.
Yeah, so
get out of here.
I would wear... I mean, there's probably a lot of information, but I
love that he goes to himself.
You don't care what she's wearing.
I want to be at a beach looking fly.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care what she's wearing.
Hopefully nothing.
Yeah, it's fine.
She's naked and I'm in a fine linen suit.
Fine suit.
I'd be wearing...
Honey, you're naked.
I'd wear linen pants. But not really linen pants that's like all the way. Like, not all the way like...
Capris?
Like,
Capris, that's bold.
No, exactly. I wouldn't even wear capris because I don't want anyone to do my ankles like that. I don't
want to do my ankles like that.
Because I've seen your ankles. You don't want that at your wedding.
No. It's like I would roll up
I would roll up the bottoms.
Oh, he's very specific.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You have truly thought out every detail.
Well, you asked, and I'm giving you the information.
Yeah, well, I'm getting the sense that, do you guys ask every guest their dream wedding?
No, this is the first time I asked that question. That's a great question, though.
This is the first time, and I'm getting the sense that it's because you have a lot that you want to get off your chest regarding your dreams that you've been having.
Oh, I do. I think about them a lot.
Yeah.
So, I'll proceed. Linen shirt. Only 4 button down. Like it's gonna be open, but only 4 buttons gonna be open.
I was gonna say I thought you had no shirt on.
No.
Okay.
4 buttons.
You can go 5. I mean, come on, it's your day.
Unbuttoned to the navel. Unbuttoned to the navel.
No, right in the middle. In the middle.
Yeah.
Right, like right where the
little solar plexus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And I would have a necklace of seashells that I would pick.
Little Mermaid.
Yes. So like shells would be mine, and she would have shells
Are you
too.
gonna pick them like during the ceremony while it's happening? You
This sounds like a scene that
I'd buy it at the gift shop.
how Stella got her groove back. This sounds exactly like this.
So small on the beach, small ceremony, maybe 20, 30 people who I really enjoy.
Sure.
And then, but I actually would invest a little bit more money in the party. It's about the party after.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah,
Smart.
Totally agree.
I'm a good host.
Totally agree with that.
Yeah, I'm all about the party. So I wouldn't spend a lot of money on the wedding itself, but the actual ceremony part, whether it's a day later or a week later,
Wait, does that happen? You can have the party a day later, weeks later?
Well, yeah, because black people show up late all the time.
So they're just like so late, it's like you made it to the party.
Just next week.
I've never heard that. I've heard of it's like the church ceremony goes on at noon and the reception's at 5. That's a good
That's
big
what I've
gap.
heard of, yeah.
But I've never heard of the ceremony's at 6 and the party's tomorrow night.
Oh yeah,
I've never heard that.
a week is extreme.
Well, in my culture, it goes for like 2 weeks. Like
That's
people
true.
come
It's like
to
an
the
Indian
house.
wedding. Indian weddings go for like 3 fucking days.
Yeah, like from where I'm from, like people just come and they bring gifts, they stay. Then the family, it's just a continuous sign of like admiration and like just thankful, like wishing luck and all that shit for like 2 or 3, sometimes a month. Sometimes it's like a big thing.
Oh my
Marriage is
God.
a big thing, like in my culture, because it's one of the only things people have to look forward to. Unfortunately, like what I mean, where I come from.
Plus funerals.
Yeah.
And funerals, brings people together. Unfortunately,
So Chase is Eritrean to see.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what that is?
I do. My current roommate is Eritrean.
Nice.
Look at
she
that.
or he?
He.
Oh fuck it.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? I thought he was Swedish.
Swedish.
Yeah, because most Swedish people live together.
I figured you live with another Swede.
No, it's an Eritrean, a Jew.
An American Jew. It's the best kind.
Yes, an American Jew.
I'm joking.
I don't even know what the other people are.
How many fucking roommates you
What
got?
roommates you
Jesus Christ,
have?
you
A
live in
ton.
You live in a flop house? What is it?
I am not rich. Okay,
Right. So you had to live with all the people.
in JP, yeah, there's like five
Oh, so
roommates.
Hannah's palace is like this fucking shit.
Yeah, this is when I said shithole, it was with a familiar fondness.
If you, I mean, this.
I'm not gonna move in here.
Okay.
Yep.
If you, I'm not moving in yet. Okay. She saw that coming a mile away. If you need a place to stay, Randy's gonna be off that couch in 40 hours. It's all yours, baby.
I so appreciate the sentiment, but no.
I got cable.
Oh,
High
shit.
speed.
High speed, you said.
High speed cable. You want room?
Fios.
This is your room. Give me your room.
All right, we'll talk.
All right.
I'm sorry.
No, but how does it living with that many people? And it's fine, right? You have your own privacy, like
Yeah,
shit like
no,
that,
they're
yeah, it's
actually all super cool. They're
Yeah.
really nice people. So
fine. Do they know you
it's
do
fine.
comedy and stuff? Do you ever tell
They do.
people? They do. Yeah.
they do. They know. I haven't ever. They're always like, "Tell us when you have a show. Invite us to a show." And then I come home and I'm like, "I just did a show." And they're like, "What? You tell us when you have a show?" And I'm like, I just never. I don't know. It's not like a priority of mine that people I know come to shows. You know what I mean? Like, I don't.
Because you're
really-
working, right? You
Yeah.
you think it's just.
I'm just in there. I'm just trying to.
It was a year
Kinda
before I had
sad.
any friends show up. He knows this. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
she brings people out. I'm like, no, it's fucking
Yeah.
terrible. I don't want, I don't want to embarrass myself, but I also didn't want, and I told you this, Chase, I didn't want any sort of that, like, friend laughter, because it's funny because they know
Exactly.
me. No,
Yeah.
I want to know if it's funny to anybody who doesn't know me, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Right.
but it's hard for you because like sometimes like his friends are very like supportive. So it's not like even though he didn't want them to come, it's like they kind of forced like they
Right.
they're like no, we're coming.
They
Like
demanded to know.
we know where you're performing at.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna just show up.
Yeah.
Like I honestly didn't have anyone come to any shows. Like I didn't tell anyone maybe 4 years in.
Wow.
Yeah, like 3, because it's like what are they gonna see? I'm gonna suck. I'm not gonna be bad. Like,
so that's
we're
probably
not as funny as you right away. Had to do it 45 minutes, 6 months in.
I feel like they wouldn't get it. Because you always get those like people that will like ask questions like after you, or they'll say, "Oh, you should
I hate that. I hate that. Yeah, where they're like, "Do you think that?" Yeah,
I got one for you. No, you don't.
Yeah, you don't. No.
Right.
Yeah. No, my friends have all been like really good about it when they've come. I don't have a problem with them coming. Yeah. It's more like I feel responsible. Like I'm like, I don't know how everyone else on this lineup is gonna do, and if you have to sit through like an hour and a half,
that's the big thing
of a shitty show, then I'm gonna feel pretty bad.
I wonder if you can help us with something.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh right.
You are a person that's doing comedy, and you do comedy as much as you can, right? With other stuff that you have, but you've been doing it for a while, and you also are involved. I would say, quote unquote, involved with another person. Or not?
Involved
in a relationship.
Yes.
Yes. So, me and Randy are not. So, we're like single people, right?
I can tell.
So,
clearly.
What would you say? Is it hard being in a relationship while you're doing, like, coming up in stand-up comedy? Or is it one of those things where it's like, you have to find the right partner that understands exactly what you're doing more so than anything else?
Yeah, I think the latter. I mean, you have to have someone who like has enough of their own thing going on where they're not worried about like he's not upset if I'm not home until midnight. You know what I mean? He's not like, "Oh, I'm alone." Like he has his own stuff that he can do or that he's doing. And that's I think like the only time it becomes a problem is when it's like, like I'm going to move somewhere for this. Then it might be like,
right,
a different issue.
Different thing.
But otherwise, no, you just have to find someone who has enough of their own thing going on where it's not going to be.
I think that's just in general, right? Just like you said.
That's a general thing I think I agree with. But I also think like just from a logistical standpoint, if you're dating someone who's working, like who's following the normal prescribed business hours, it's still going to create friction because it's like, oh, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, let's go do something. It's like, no, I got shit, I got a show.
That's true.
And those if you're getting Friday, Saturday, Sunday time, especially starting out, it's like, I'll fucking, my mom died. It's like, well, I got a Friday night at Gotham. I'm going to fucking, I'm going to the show. I'll be there afterward, but I'm going to the show. Like,
many comedians do that.
But that's so it's like and that can create. I thought that can just create friction over time.
Yeah, it can, but it's like. I'm always just like, I'll meet you guys afterward somewhere. He's out with friends. I'll come join afterward. And every now and then I'll get like a Friday or a Saturday off, and that's fine. But
that's how she's living. So every now and then she has a free Friday or Saturday.
Now that I'm
usually I'm booked to the gills, but every now and then I'll give him a Friday if I'm lucky and they cut me.
I mean, when I left San Francisco, I couldn't tell you the last time I had a Friday. Humble brag, I guess. But it's totally different now, starting fresh in a new scene, because now I'm like...
Oh, you have plenty of time around here. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, soon, I guess, probably. Yeah. But right now it's like, my God, I just have oceans of time.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Boston's cool, man. Boston's a cool city. It's a cool city to start or even do comedy in.
Jason's the guy you got to know. He knows everybody in town.
Yeah, that's what I'm realizing.
Jason's the fucking mayor of Boston comedy in this place.
Thank God I'm moving into your house. Huh?
Yeah, see, if you got into that perky, it's like, oh, by the way, if you need stage time, I'm right over here in the other room.
Perfect. Don't need me to have a call.
No. I would never not knock on your door.
I'd come to you.
I'd come to you.
I would come to you directly. But no, I mean it is a cool city.
Yeah.
And the community of Boston is it's good. It's respectful to and everyone is support-ish to to a degree. But I think people just do their own thing, and then they're not. I don't know. No one really cares. That's the that's the good thing about it. Like, no one's like, there's no agents and producers coming up
right.
You know what I mean? There's no
right.
If you have a bad set at a fucking at a bar show,
Right.
Like no one, we don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some places, like fucking in Los Angeles, especially,
Okay.
everyone thinks
Great.
like their next step is like their next stage time is gonna be like some producers in the car, and they're gonna be like, oh, this is it. You know what I mean?
You know, that's actually pretty fair. Because I've done one show there. But it was like, oh, if I do well here, I can get time somewhere else.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, yeah, that was fine. I'll book you over so-and-so. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, well. But that's a weird thing that, you can't,
Right.
the bombing doesn't just hurt you now. It could hurt some chance you have at other things.
Yeah, and not I mean, yeah,
But also not, right?
really, but that's how
Yeah.
people think. Like it's not. It's just I think people should just go into it as first. You should have fun. You should really enjoy it. And just kind of have that this is fun and a privilege to do. And if you really if you're good at it, your jokes will tell and people will know. Like the word will just come. The word will just get out. And
So why'd you want to get into it? Excuse me. Why do you want to get into it?
That's a good question.
I mean, you're at Harvard, right? You should
50 minutes in, that's the first
do something
quick
normal.
So when I started at Harvard, I'd always been into, like, I'd always been kind of into comedy stuff, or I was always like the goofy one.
Who'd you look up? Who'd you see? Who'd you like in comedy? Like you would watch?
It inspired you.
Inspired you, I guess, to agree.
Well, I really liked Louis C.K.
Good.
And
You can say that name. It's not fucking,
I can say that name. And like Trevor Noah, Dave Chappelle, like those are. I was like, bam, these are
2 out of 3. So.
Jason, I love it.
These are 3.
We'll tell you after the show.
I think anyone listening knows we got the reference.
I hope so. I thought it was you're good. No, Trevor Noah was great. Dave Chappelle is great.
You just like his favorites. Yeah,
Those are they're great.
Gotcha.
Well, Trevor's great. And
Yeah, I'm saying your personal favorites.
So, what was I saying?
Trevor Noah, Dave Chappelle are the ones that you like.
Right. So when I started at Harvard, I was like, oh shit! Like now, like you were saying, I kind of felt like I had to be more rebellious so that I wouldn't be. I was like, I don't want to be what everyone thinks a Harvard kid is.
Yeah.
I was like, everyone's gonna think like school is my life, and I'm just like this nerd, and like I didn't want to be that, so I started this YouTube channel, and I like created this personality where I was just like cussing and like.
I didn't know this.
It was a totally
Is it still up?
Oh, it's still up, and I still get recognized for it, even though it was like 4 years ago that I made a video on this thing. Like at Improv Boston the other day, I didn't get on the list, and this girl came up to me, and she was like, "What?
You didn't?
No, I came late, and the list was
yeah.
full. Like Sterling wasn't there yet."
Okay.
But this girl came up, and I was like, "Oh fuck, I'm not on the list," and she was like, Oh my God! I recognize you from your YouTube videos. I watched them from California, and you can have my spot on the list. And I was like,
wow! How popular are these videos? Look at
cool.
you.
They're pretty popular.
Nice. I didn't know anything
I'm
about
looking
that.
up right now.
I'm looking up.
Don't look. We'll save it for after these shows.
Yeah, for after.
I'll say it for after.
So I had this YouTube channel, and it was like a way of like creating an alter, like another personality, where it's like an outlet.
All right.
And I think that kind of led me into, because when I got like a lot of positive feedback for that, I was like, I like doing comedy stuff. And then I moved to New York and worked at a law firm, and it was just like a 9-to-5 job, and I had all this time, and I just went and started doing open mics everywhere.
That's nice, man. Having a 9-to-5 job and the ability to do that.
Yeah.
I know. I wish that's one thing I wish I had. Obviously, I feel like that's one thing you always wish you'd started soon. Like once you find something you enjoy, it's like, oh, I wish I'd been doing this forever.
Yeah.
But it's like, of course, you only found it when you only started when you started.
Right.
Yeah. It's one of those things.
Especially with us, we started a little later.
Well, no, but I knew I always loved this. I just was like, it's not real. Like this is real. This is the thing.
Yeah.
Like this, you can see. Like this was as ridiculous as it was. Like that lifestyle of being from Hot Shot Banker was like attainable. But this seemed like some bull. Like right. I'm gonna tell jokes like bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, it is in a way. Like it's so much luck. It's kind of a crapshoot. It's like
no, but even get started to find what you'd like to do. Like I got lucky enough that I found it early, but I just didn't do anything about it because I thought it was unattainable. I thought going on stage was like not going to be a possible thing. Like I wouldn't be funny, or wouldn't be able to figure it out, or wouldn't be able to do it, and so, or I'd fail at it, or that kind of thing. But it's so you're lucky to find it early, and then to do something about it early. Like you always wish you'd started. Like I wish I found. like, you fall in love with somebody. I wish I found you before all the shitty guys I dated. You're like, oh, shitty chicks I dated. Like,
She never thought that about me. What are you talking about?
it's one of those things, you know. Hindsight's always 20/20.
Hindsight's always 20/20. Yeah, I always figured that comedy was so far away. You know, when I saw people on stage, I was like, wow, this is so fucking cool. But I just felt like I don't know how do I do that? I can't do that. Like, it's just, I don't know.
It
It's
seems
weird.
attainable until you start doing it. I don't know if you have that feeling. Maybe you're like, oh, that seems like I can have whatever I want.
No, I thought like this seems so fun, and I thought I'm never gonna actually do this as a career. Like, that's not all. I'm gonna be a lawyer because I do well on standardized tests. You know what I mean? Like, I can do that, but it seemed like. And then now it's like, why? I mean, it still kind of is like, you never know if you'll be able to actually make a living off of it. Like,
well, that's like, even if you're good, you don't even know if you're going to make a living.
Yeah.
That's how difficult it is.
That's how
Exactly.
difficult it is. You can be great.
How many talented guys do we know that aren't paying bills in this shit yet? I mean, and girls out there just fucking, I mean, like, way funnier than I'll ever be. It's like, what the fuck are you still doing living out of your car? Like, you know, like,
I think one of the key things to kind of like know is like, how are you gonna feel or be after once you know, like, possibly, like, hey, no, I didn't make it. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't know that, that's like, I feel like, you know, it's like
the question, when to know, like a retiring quarterback, when should you hang it up? Like, knowing that?
Not even, just being comfortable knowing, like, hey, this may not work out, and I will still be okay.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think people think like that sometimes. It's like a lot of people just like gun ho.
It's true.
100.
This
is the only thing. Like,
every
it's
marriage, on their wedding day, everyone thinks we're gonna stay together forever. You know, no one's gonna be like, yeah, it's fucking over. You know,
right?
Yep.
No one's telling you it's 50-50 while on their wedding day it saves 100%. It's true.
Bring it back to the weddings. Yeah.
I know, right? To your dream wedding that never happened.
Yeah, no, that's true. And I think like a lot of people's, or at least like for me, a big fear is like, I'm really scared that if I just go all in, try to do stand-up, I don't want to be, 45 years old and, like, living on someone else's couch, like...
Are you fucking mocking me right now? Is that what this is right here?
I don't want to be Randy,
It's a punch to my throat right there.
It's just...
Yeah. So what you're saying is you kind of, whatever, you're still continuing to do it if you want to, and then whatever comes from it because you're just doing it. You're doing it because you're happy with it. But you still want to have, like, a life. Like, you want to still do other things.
Well, what I'm saying is I don't want to be a failed comedian. That's like, nobody wants that.
But what is a failed comedian?
That's the thing. There's a lot of failed lawyers out there who are living in mansions and who are fucking, who are miserable.
Like, I guess the question is, what's a failed comedian?
Well, like you were just saying, where it's like 10 years in, you're like...
Nothing's happening.
Nothing's happening. But the problem is a lot of people, they don't come to that realization. It's like, they keep... going, and sometimes maybe that's what you have to do, because to keep your, like, spark of life alive, you have to constantly believe or have hope. But I hope for me that if in 10 years I've, like, dropped everything in my life, like relationships and job and everything, and I'm only doing, I hope that I'll have the, like, self-awareness to be like, you gotta
I haven't even left town yet, and I had my first intervention. It's like, Randy, are you serious? You're living out of your car on Chase's couch. You're 36 years old, 11 years older than Hannah. He's like, get a grip. Thank you, Hannah. This is. I'm gonna go in the car now and drive it off a cliff.
You're so fresh in the game. You haven't been doing this 10 years and bombing repeatedly. You still have the hope and the joy to. Whatever.
Whatever. You got embarrassed saying it.
I was like, I don't speak French. What am I doing?
Hope.
Joy to hope.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. It's a but it's the only thing that it's weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's very weird. It's hard to explain. One, because I'm high and I don't have the vocabulary to say it. However,
I think you're right though. I think I'm just still happy I'm doing something that makes me happy.
Right, exactly.
I'm still like, it's like I finally found something like, this is something I would love to do.
Yeah.
Like it's the only thing I haven't tired of after a year. Usually like that's the most. Like every relationship I start like fucking getting listless. Every college I was like, all right, what's everything. It just seemed like I don't know. I have a very short attention span, but this is one thing I say, oh man, this is still the most fun thing I do every time.
I feel like it's a blessing and a curse for sure, because it's like, wow, there's this thing that I'm so excited about, and that like I kind of live for in a way. It's like, wow. But on the other hand, sometimes I'm like, if I had never tried it, if I had never done it, I might have been happy. Like I would have been happy just like doing something else, doing another job, because I would have not known. Blissfully ignorant, yeah. But now that I've done it, I feel like even if I were to quit in 5-10 years, even if I were like, okay, this isn't working, I would still like never be as happy as I would have been if I had never tasted.
Oh, of course,
forbidden fruit. You know.
Yeah, that's kind of like that apple, you know?
Well, something I told you, I was telling Hannah earlier how I bombed solid for a year. But I remember telling Chase, because he was fucking goading me to get on stage for months before I went on stage, you know? And then finally he's like, well, what are you worried about? I was like, dude, I'm not as much worried that I would do well and I'd be hooked. I'm worried if I bomb and I still want to do this thing. He was like, because then it's like, then it's out of my, it's like, then it's what I wanted. So then so I knew I was going to go all in if I still wanted to go up there, even after having, so I can't think of anything worse than bombing, you know, like, it's a horrible feeling. But like, bombing your first time and like, all right, I got to get back up. It's like, fuck, well, if I'm doing it after that, if it gets good, there's no way I'm stopping. You know, like if I ever get decent, then like, if that's the worst it's ever going to be and I still enjoyed it, I still got something out of it that like spoke to me. Yeah. That I'm hooked. You know, there's no going back. Yeah. So I was more worried about that before I went up more than anything else.
Yeah. There's also some comedians too that, you know, that they still do it but they don't enjoy it because it's the only thing that they know that they've been doing for so long. So now they just consider it like a job. Like it's just.
Yeah, that's weird to me.
Yeah, I don't get it because that's how I felt in my old job. It's like, this is what I do. Like, I hate this though. I feel like I'm dying by 1,000 cuts every day. That's how I felt. It's like a slow march to the fucking grave. And you're right. Like, it's one of those things. Like, fuck. Like, and it's something that we enjoy so much. And other people are like, oh my god, I'm tired of being on the road. It's like, are you out of your mind? I would kill everyone in this room to be on the road for the rest of my life. You know,
help me.
Chase.
Chase, protect me.
Big Chase.
Sorry.
Big Chase. It's weird. A lot of people, you know, it's also interesting when the people that do make it and I start seeing people when they do interviews or I hear them, it's like, you know, now they complain about, you know, they're just complainers now.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, you know, I hate taking like one more extra baggage to go to
checking the bag on the
or something like very minuscule. Like, you just be like, that's not even a problem. Like, I don't even like that's not. You're getting paid to tell jokes.
Yeah.
Like you're not a pharmaceutical engineer or something. Like you're
pharmaceutical. That's so specific.
The pharmaceutical engineer too. I don't even know if that's a thing, but I like it.
It's a thing.
That's the. I remember
do they like especially hate their lives? Pharmaceutical engineers.
Well. I'm not sure, but
I'm not a goddamn pharmaceutical engineer. Yeah, we all know they are the scum of this earth.
Right, or just, you know, but yeah, I don't know. It's just those people who complain and it's like, well, dude, you're doing a great thing and you're getting paid. It just seems like a little ungrateful, and it's like. And you're just kind of trying to find things to try to, like, you know, be upset about. Yeah. When you're not really upset. You know, you're just like, you're probably bored.
Yeah.
You're probably bored because now you know you have your schedule, you have your dates already set up. Now you have your act, and you just kind of sit around and be like, well, this is I just gotta find things to be fucking angry about, to find bits about or something instead of like go experience and shit. You know what
That's scary. Like, what if you reach or achieve the thing that you're like, this is what I always wanted. This is what, and then you're like, you're there and you're like, fuck, I'm still not happy. You know, like some people just never happy.
Well, that's like, I don't think there's a there. There's no, like, being happy is not like a place. It's a fucking, it's something that's in your heart. It's an inner thing. Yeah. You know, like.
Right.
Like, if I get that house, then I'll be happy. It's like, no, because then clearly there's no way, there's no filling that hole like that.
Yeah, but I think it can really like crush some people if they think.
Oh yeah, that is true. Yeah, if you have that mindset of if I get this and you get there, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It's like the emperor has no clothes. This was not what I thought it was. Yeah, for sure.
Or like, you told yourself you would be happy then, and then you're just not.
Yeah, man, that's fucking sad.
I think
I feel like I'm just bringing down this whole podcast. You're gonna hate your life living on a car, and some people are never happy.
No, some people. Listen, man.
This
It really is. This is the Swedish culture coming through. Like my parents. This is a very good story, illustrative, if you will, of how Swedes are. They're like very, very realistic to the point where it's like they don't believe in, like you have the American dream. Not a thing at all. Like people don't really, you don't have, the American dream is not real. Like most people are not able to achieve. And in Sweden, they're just like so realistic. Like my dad, when we were watching, American Idol. I used to be and we were watching that when I was a kid. Randy was like 35, and I'm kidding. And we're watching that, and I was like, "Oh, Dad, do you think like?" Because I was seeing this, like, "Oh my God, the American dream! Like, you can be if you want to be a singer, you can be a singer. You can just go. Anyone can do whatever they want." And I was like, "Dad, do you think that I would like get a golden ticket if I went first round to give out the golden ticket? Like, do you think I could get one?" And my dad was thinking about it, and he was like, they actually filter out a lot of people before they even get on the TV. Like, you would probably actually be filtered out before even the golden ticket round. And that's just his way of keeping me like
in check.
So many American parents would be like, you can do whatever you want, like reach for the stars. But my parents have always been like especially my dad, it's like, like stay in your lane, like he told me when I was in high school, he was like, what I think you'd be like a great job for you? Science writer. Writing brochures. I was like, writing brochures. Dad, dream big.
Jeez.
They keep.
So what do you think about your comedy dreams?
They're just like, I'm
sure they're happy with your fucking law school. I mean, they're thrilled about that, I'm sure.
The weird thing with my parents, like, they've never like set expectations where it's like, oh, this is, we were raised like very independent. They wouldn't care if I didn't do all these, like, honestly, they were just floored. When I got into Harvard, they were like, what the fuck? Like, they were shocked. I didn't even tell them when I was applying, because I was like, really? Just blow their minds.
Oh, you just, there you go. Boom.
I was like, boom. I told them, the day I told my dad, I was like, Dad, he was like, no way. I was like, yeah.
Again, Dad blowing you off.
Yeah, he like stood up from the dinner table, and he was like, what the? He had to like walk it off. Like, I've never seen him so because they're immigrants from Sweden, and they've always had this idea, like the people who go to Harvard, they're like
very
rich, they have legacy and connections. They're like, no child of mine would ever go.
Senators' children,
they would not go to a place like this. But then I did, and they were like, so since then, I feel like they've had a different, like when I'm doing stand up, they've kind of been like,
all right, maybe that's possible.
I guess we'll just sit back and see where this goes.
Right, exactly. Yeah, because they're like, well, she got into Harvard.
We never thought that would happen.
You're right, and she could probably, if that doesn't work out, maybe rely on the thing, which is a good thing to have. You know, but
like I'll have a law degree.
Yeah,
so I feel like it's a decent thing to fall back on.
Yeah, that's a good plan B.
So what's the comedy dream? Like, if you could snap your fingers, what, like, do you want to be Kevin Hart? Do you want to be fucking, movie star? Is that the thing? Like, what's the end goal here?
I guess, right now it's like I just want to do stand up. Like, I would love to just do stand up all the time and make money off of that. Like, absurd amounts of money. You know what I mean? Exactly. But then I would really love to write and like do like movie stuff. I think that's super fun.
Like scripts, screenplays, pilots, stuff like that. Yeah. It's gonna be. It's an interesting thing. It's a fun thing. It's hard, but I think if you're pretty level-headed and you're pretty cool and treat people with respect, I think you just kind of.
It's very grandfatherly of Chase. I love it.
I know, he's like treat people with respect.
You be kind to people and you work hard. Right. Good things will happen. It's like, you're right, Chase. You're right, Chase.
Well, if you guys remember, when I try to give positive energy. It wasn't really received well.
I do remember. It was quite recently.
Fuck, what do you mean, Trevor? Positive energy, Chase? You're gonna ride with me, you're gonna ride with me. You know what I'm saying, son? I'm like, yo, son, I ride with you, man, my bad.
Yeah. Some people don't want it. They don't want the positive energy.
Well, it's 8:15. We should probably get going over to McGreevy's.
Okay. Ooh, look at that.
That's right.
I made a quarter past 8.
10 past.
Yeah.
So we did an hour 10.
Yeah, we didn't even get into all the details of my nasty sexual.
Well, that's what part 2's for.
Well, listen.
No, okay, I'm going to stop you right there.
Yeah, well, I didn't ask.
That's for off the mic, Chase. We'll get
I
weird.
didn't ask. Well, yeah, we'll ask
We'll
off.
get that cookies and cream going.
You know. Yeah, exactly.
Sounds dirty when you say it that way.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'll talk to you after when Randy leaves, actually tomorrow.
All right. Come on.
Yeah, so
You're heading out tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow night.
That's
Tomorrow night's the
insane.
plan.
Taking off.
Actually, I plan on going to the IB and then driving straight from there out of town.
Yeah.
Like a real fucking jerk off. So,
Yeah.
well, because it's late and I was like,
you're gonna Irish goodbye it?
No, I was like,
Yeah.
there'll be no traffic at night. I was like, I'll get a set in and I'll get out of here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I went to see Sterling one last time and she could tell me how much she hates liberals.
Yeah.
I can just nod in agreement.
Yeah, man. Well, thank you for dealing with our AC, nice cool room, and my Coco's Palace here.
Yes.
It's coolish, you know.
Coolish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ish.
Look forward to seeing more of your stand-up in Boston. And
why don't you give your Instagram and all that jazz?
Yeah, do the whole social media stuff where they can follow you, our listeners and stuff.
They can follow. I have a Facebook page. It's Hanna Evensen -comedy. On Instagram, I'm.
You don't have your real.
I just touched you. Or
you did,
on
nice.
Instagram, Hanna_only 1H.
Cool.
Because there's only 1H.
Cool, man.
Thanks for this. I'm glad we could fit you in before I fucking run out of town like a goddamn thief of the night.
Yeah.
I know. Now that you told me I should just quit it all in my head.
Yeah, this was really, it was targeted.
Yeah, it's all right. I need an intervention before I go.
Hannah, you're not the only one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're not that funny when you quit now. I've heard that one a few times. But sometimes you gotta be stubborn.
Please, guys, thank you for listening. Please follow the podcast at Rate Simple Podcast on Instagram. Download, rate, and share. Tell your friends. And what do you got, Randy?
Just August 2nd, brother, with you.
Thank you.
That's right. That's all I've been plugging for the last month because I'm going to be on the road other than that.
Yeah, so August 2nd, next comedy stop. Please get your tickets, $20 at the door. We'll have fun. We're going to have some people be there as well and do some time. And yeah.
Yeah, we'll get after it, guys. But that's it for this episode. We love you. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.
Raise a Bro Podcast, you fucking bitch.